I want to talk to you for a minute about customer relations. That is how you relate to people that are your clients that you're doing business with. If you're going to be in the video business, if you're going to be a video journalist, you're going to deal with clients all the time, and some of them are going to be difficult, and some of them are going to give you a hard time. And how you relate to them, and in some ways the opportunity you take and the relationship you make with them can make or break your business. Let me give you two examples. First of all, I like pens. I like old pens or ink pens, and that's kind of this high-touch, high-tech thing where we deal in the digital world all the time. We never get to touch anything. So when I write letters, I like to use an ink pen, and my favorite ink pen is this one. This is made by Mont Blanc. They didn't make these for very long. It's made out of titanium. Most people think of those Mont Blanc pens, those big plastic black things with the star on the end. I didn't like those, but I loved this one. It's a fantastic pen, and they made very few of them. I bought it years and years ago, and then when I was in Vietnam, somebody stole it from me. Some guy on a motorbike came up and grabbed it right out of my pocket. It was gone. And of course, I went to buy another one, and they had stopped making them. So I wrote to the chairman of Mont Blanc to see if I could buy another pen. I explained to him how much I liked the product and how good it was and stuff like that. And what they did was they made this pen for me out of spare parts. The chairman wrote back and said they'd stopped making the pens. They didn't manufacture them anymore, but he would make one for me especially out of spare parts, and it was free. And he shipped it back to me, and of course I've kept it ever since. It's my favorite pen, and of course Mont Blanc is my favorite pen company, and I buy their stuff all the time, and I think they're fantastic simply because of that one event. Now you may recall that a few weeks ago I was showing you this fantastic little camera that's made by Chinon in Japan. It looks like an 8mm film camera. It's actually a high-def digital video camera, although you shoot with it as though it were a film camera. And everybody I show this to loves this thing. Anyway, I took it with me when we went to England, and for some reason it stopped working. I don't know why. I just got white on the screen, and I couldn't find anything wrong with it. And I went online, and of course nobody knew because nobody has these things. Nobody knew what to do with it. And finally I ended up writing to the chairman and CEO of the Chinon company. Here's a good piece of information. Always go to the chairman and the CEO, because if they don't solve it, nobody will. So I wrote to them, and the chairman, the guy named Mike Chinon, I guess he owns the company, it's named after him, wrote back to me and said how sorry he was that I had the problem, and he didn't really understand, and he was going to ship me a brand new camera, no questions asked. And I said, well, I'm in England, and I can't send this one back to you, and I can't get to a dealer, and I can't do anything. And he said, don't worry about it, it's not a problem, I'll take care of it. Well, we came back to New York yesterday, and I get this box, Japan Post, right? And I open the box, and what's in the box, besides all this paper and this stuff, but a brand new Bellamy, the same camera, brand new in the box, unopened, unused, no questions asked, and I still have the old one. This is a fantastic thing. This guy, he's a, I love the camera. I'm going to ship this one back, needless to say. I'm going to do that today. I love the camera. It's a fantastic camera. But more than that, now, I love the company. This guy has made me a fan of the Chinon company. Whatever they make in the future, I'm going to look at, and hopefully I'm going to be able to buy, because this guy has made a customer of me for life simply by taking this one act. So now we come down to being a VJ. As a VJ, particularly as an independent operator, you're going to deal with a lot of different clients. You're not an employee of NBC. You're out on your own. You're making your own stuff. You're pitching your own concept. You're pitching your own shows. And every once in a while, you're going to run into somebody who has a complaint, who has a problem. Here's a good piece of advice. Bend over backward to make them happy. No matter what happens, they say the customer is always right. Do everything you can to make that guy happy or that woman happy. And if you do it well, they will become not only a friend for life, a client for life, but someone who will recommend you to everybody else. And that's why I recommend Mont Blanc pens. Even if you can't buy this one anymore, I recommend the other ones. And I absolutely positively live by this guy's Chinon Cameras. So take some advice here. Bend over backwards. The customer is always right. Make the extra effort. It'll pay off 1,000 times over. See you next time.